Hey everybody, it's Rich Tola, and thanks for tuning in to Tola Talks on Wednesday, March 25th, 2015. It's also WTF Wednesday, so we're bringing you a couple of stories that are WTF. But first, quick celebrity shout-out, two shout-outs. One, happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker. Turns 50 today. She's awesome. I met her 20 years ago at Yankee Stadium watching the Yankees play Seattle in the playoffs. Sat right behind her in the owner's box. Beautiful blue eyes, by the way. She was great. We had a fun time, and hey, kudos for hitting the big 5-0, and congrats to Bradley Cooper, who, by the way, first TV credit was with Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City back in 1999. He played Jake in one episode. Go check it out. It's called They Shoot Single People, Don't They? From June 27th to be exact. And Bradley's making his directorial debut. A Star is Born. He's going to be starring and producing, and hopefully acting with Beyonce. Hey, there's another Philly guy done good. Way to be. All these years he's been rocking it. So, hey, kudos to Bradley. On that note, let's go. A couple of quick WTF stories, 5 to be exact. The first one we're calling Holy ObamaCare, Batman. Did you guys see this? Here's a Senator, Ted Cruz from Texas, Republican, who's been vehemently opposed to Obamacare, is now going to be collecting on Obamacare, capitalizing on this, what he calls following the text of the law. Now, his wife, who's taking a leave of absence from Goldman Sachs. Hey, I worked at Goldman back in the 80s. She's probably making a ton of money. She's not going to be making any money. She's going to be helping him with his campaign, and they're going to collect on Obamacare. Who knows? I don't know what's going on, but he says he's simply following the law. Hey, way to be a politician. All right, second story we're calling WTF Just Not Enough. Did you hear about this? All right, we're going over to Japan. For the Japanese people who are criticizing this beautiful model, the Miss Universe Japan, who's 50% Japanese and 50% African American. Her father's from Arkansas, actually, and they're saying she's not enough Japanese. They say on the island, 98% of the people are 100% Japanese. She's not enough, so they're criticizing her. Hey, I don't know, man. That makes no sense to me because she's half Japanese. She's Japanese. Beautiful, too, by the way. Ariana Miyamoto. Hey, hang in there. So next story we're calling Adios Amigos. Did you guys see this one on Southwest Airlines? They kicked this guy off a flight, Daniel Podolsky, because he's wearing an offensive shirt. Check this out. Comedy Central, he got this as a handout at South by Southwest Film Festival. It says Broad Effin' City. That's a show on Comedy Central. And he goes to get on the plane, and the guy was nice to him. He said, hey, can you cover that up? Can you turn it inside out? It's offensive language, whatever. And the guy's like, nope. Something about freedom of speech. Hey, talk about get your shit together. Well, anyway, the guy wasn't nice about it, but Southwest doesn't have a dress code, but here's what it says. It says, our contract of carriage allows us to refuse to transport a customer whose clothing is lewd, offensive, or potentially offensive. Well, guess what, buddy? Your shirt is offensive. So, adios, amigos. All right, now next one we're calling Look Out Below. Corporate earnings are falling. 19 of the S&P 500, Standard & Poor's 500, 19 companies' earnings are going to fall potentially 90% first quarter to first quarter, last year to this year. Mattel, oil company EOG Resources, and online retailer Amazon. What's going on, guys? Yeah, the adjusted profits are expected to fall, and they said that based on these fallings or these earnings, S&P 500 is going to fall about 3% in first quarter. And guess what? Since 1945, all 10 recessions began with this downward spiral of EPS, earnings per share. So who knows? But the analysts are saying 18 months from now, stock prices are going to be up 15%. Maybe they just want to keep their jobs. Familiar with that on Wall Street. Here we go. Last story we call it We've Done Effed Up. Let's go back to 1984. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, gets drafted in the NBA draft. First round, he goes the third pick. Well, he got looked over. The first pick was Hakeem Olajuwon, went to the Houston Rockets. Second pick, Sam Bowie, who had a lot of problems, had injuries, shin injuries when he played in college. But Portland Trailblazers didn't take Jordan. They took him. Sam Perkins went fourth, by the way, by Dallas. And Charles Barkley, way to go, Charles, went to the Philadelphia 76ers. But Jordan got picked third, but he got overlooked by Adidas. He wanted Adidas to sponsor him when he went pro, but Adidas said, yeah, no way, sucker, because why? Well, the German executives said no. The distributors wanted Jordan, but the executives in Germany thought that shoppers would prefer a tall guy, a 7-footer, so they went with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and didn't pick Jordan, well, kudos to Nike for swooping in. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Well, on that note, let's give out the Get Your Shit Together award. It's a 5-way tie. Why? Well, because Ted Cruz, the politician who's capitalizing on Obamacare, and he's probably worth millions of dollars, got to get his shit together, who was vehemently opposed to it, by the way. Japan, all the people for criticizing this woman. She's Japanese. Daniel Podolsky for just being a jackass, wearing an offensive shirt. All the companies whose earnings are falling. Why are they falling? And is this a trend? I don't know. Better watch out. And Adidas for really effing up not picking Michael Jordan. 5-way tie on the Get Your Shit Together. And by the way, guys, in case you were wondering, I did well enough on my first stand-up outing at Flappers where they invited me back. I'll be performing at Flappers next Friday, April 3rd, the 9:30 show in the Yoo-Hoo Room. Check it out. On that note, I'm Rich Tola, and remember, dreams do come true. But hey, what do I know?